Every single morning, millions of people sit down to a quiet, innocent bowl of cereal. It is the gold standard of the modern breakfast. But what if I told you that the flakes in your bowl were never meant to be a snack? What if I told you they were designed as a weapon for biological control? Today on Onyx Able, we are peeling back the sterile white curtains of history to reveal a story of obsession, radical medical experiments, and a family feud that split an empire in two. This isn't just about food. It's about a man who believed that flavor was a gateway to sin, and that your breakfast should be the shield that guards your soul. Welcome to the disturbing world of the Kellogg brothers. In the late 19th century, in the quiet town of Battle Creek, Michigan, stood a palace of health known as the SAN. The Battle Creek Sanitarium was the Vatican of wellness, a place where presidents, titans of industry, and celebrities came to be purified. But inside these walls, Dr. John Harvey Kellogg reigned with an iron fist. To him, the human body was a temple, and that temple was under siege by the modern world. His treatments were legendary and terrifying. From literal light bulb baths to yogurt enemas administered by the gallon. The SAN was a laboratory for the biologic living movement. Kellogg wasn't just treating diseases. He was trying to re-engineer what it meant to be human, one cold bath at a time. What was the doctor's greatest enemy? It wasn't bacteria. It was passion. Dr. Kellogg was a man consumed by a fanatical hatred for human desire. He believed that spicy foods, meat, and even sugar were biological stimulants that triggered sinful urges, specifically what he called the silent plague of self-gratification. He was so committed to this purity that he reportedly never consummated his own marriage. And all his children were adopted. To save the youth of America from their own bodies, he needed a weapon. He needed a food so bland, so boring, and so sterile that it would literally kill the appetite for anything else. This was the true, dark mission behind the birth of the flake. Like many world-changing events, the invention of corn flakes was a complete accident. In 1894, Dr. Kellogg and his brother, Keith Kellogg, left some cooked wheat out for too long. When they returned, the wheat had gone stale. Instead of throwing it away, they decided to roll it out anyway, hoping to get long sheets of dough. Instead, the stale grain shattered into thin, crispy flakes. When they toasted these flakes, something revolutionary happened. They were light, digestible, and most importantly for the doctor, they were utterly tasteless. Dr. Kellogg was ecstatic. He had found the ultimate anti-passion medicine. But his brother, Will, saw something else entirely. He saw the birth of a global industry. The discovery of the flake became the catalyst for a war that would last a lifetime. Keith Kellogg was a businessman. He knew that for people to eat this, it had to actually taste good. He proposed a simple change: add sugar. For Dr. Kellogg, this was an act of high treason against his medical philosophy. Sugar was a stimulant, sugar was sin. The brothers reached a breaking point. Will left the sanitarium to start his own company, taking the Kellogg name with him. The doctor sued his own brother in a legal battle that would drag on for years and cost millions. This was no longer about health, it was about pride, profit, and a name that would eventually dominate every grocery shelf in the world, while the two brothers died as bitter enemies. To distance himself from his brother's radical quackery, Keith Kellogg did something genius. He turned his own name into a seal of quality. He began signing every box of corn flakes with his signature, telling the public, none genuine without this signature. But for Dr. Kellogg, seeing the family name on a mass-produced, sugar-sweetened product was a nightmare. While the doctor stayed in the lab, Will was out building an empire. He wasn't just selling flakes, he was selling the American dream. The rift between them was no longer a secret, it was a front-page headline. A war between the purity of the soul and the profit of the shelf. Well, Kellogg was a marketing pioneer. He launched the famous Wink at Your Grocer campaign, a social experiment that took the country by storm. He gave away free samples to millions of households. While the world was beginning to love the crunch, Dr. Kellogg was watching his biologic living philosophy be weaponized for commercial gain. The SAN was still running, but its founder was losing his grip on the narrative. The brother who was once a mere clerk was now a titan of industry, leaving the great doctor in the shadows of his own creation. But if you think Midjourney was the strangest thing to come out of Battle Creek, you are wrong. Dr. Kellogg's obsession with purity led to the creation of terrifying devices. He invented the mechanical horse, a vibrating beast designed to shake the bowels into submission. He believed that constant vibration was the key to health. Then there was the electric light bath, where patients were locked in cabinets filled with incandescent bulbs until they were nearly cooked. To the outside world, it was cutting-edge science. To the patients inside, it was a high-priced, high-voltage purgatory. This was the SAN at its peak, a mixture of luxury, lunacy, and absolute control. In 1902, disaster struck. A massive fire tore through the original sanitarium, nearly ending the Kellogg dream. Dr. Kellogg, ever the visionary, rebuilt it into a towering marble fortress. But the world was changing. The Great Depression hit, and the SAN began to lose its luster. While Will's company was thriving, providing cheap, sugary energy to a starving nation, the doctor's expensive retreats were becoming a relic of the past. The two brothers, now old and isolated, refused to reconcile. Even on their deathbeds, the pride of the Kellogg name was a wall neither could climb. The doctor died in 1943, still believing he was the savior of humanity, while his brother's sugar-coated empire had already conquered the planet. Here is the ultimate irony. The food designed to kill human desire is now coated in layers of sugar, marketed to children, and fuels a multi-billion-dollar industry of the very stimulants Dr. Kellogg hated. The man who wanted to sterilize our appetites created the ultimate tool for consumerism. We started this journey looking at a breakfast bowl, and we ended it looking into the abyss of human obsession. The Kellogg story is a reminder that even the most pure intentions can be twisted by the hands of time and greed. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive. If you want to uncover more secrets behind the things you consume every day, subscribe to Onyx Able. The truth is always hiding in plain sight.